ERP for Agriculture Cooperatives. Welcome. Guidance video on use of ERP, Procurement and Processing. Procurement Module deals in procurement by the society for improving non-credit activities. Procurement is of two types. Procurement as per the orders of state government on commission basis as procurement agent. Procurement for the purpose of processing the produce for getting additional income to the society. Procurement module is similar to that of the merchandise module, and all the functionalities are same except the aspect of process details. Required configuration aspects from merchandise module should be followed in procurement module also. In this video, let's discuss about procurement for the purpose of processing only. Required configuration aspects from merchandise module should be followed in procurement module also. In this video, let's discuss about procurement for the purpose of processing only. We are in login page. Enter user ID, password, date of operation, captcha, and click on login. The screen navigates to the dashboard. Click on the configuration symbol between FAQ and language option on the top right of the screen and select procurement option. In procurement, master data is created for the following aspects: item master, assign item, item by product mapping in the procurement configuration, while the following masters, namely godown, assign HSN code, parameter, unit, opening stock, sale rate, supplier, and assigned supplier are to be configured from merchandise configuration screens. Item master. Click on item master for the screen to navigate. Select the appropriate option between all and procurement items from the drop down for category name. There is a search field available at the center of the next row. Further, the screen displays a list of items procured along with its measurement units, quantity, HSN code, GST breakdown, and options to edit and delete. Click on the plus sign in a circular blue background at the top right to add new items to be procured through a small pop-up window. Click on the Save button at the bottom right of the small pop-up window, and the newly added procurement details will be displayed in the list described above. Assign item master. Assign item master. Click on item master for the screen to navigate. Select the required option between all and procurement item from the drop down for category name. A link to add item in item master is provided for easy access. Click on the plus sign in a circular blue background at the top right to map items through the small pop-up window. Fill in the data for the item to be mapped, namely item code, category name, unit name or quantity, decimal values, reorder level, board resolution number, resolution date, and manufacturer name. Click on the Save button at the bottom right of the small pop-up window, and the newly added assigned item data will be displayed in the list described above. Further, the screen displays the list of items assigned already under various heads like item name, base units, quantity or unit name, category name, decimal values, manufacturer name, reorder levels, board resolution number and its date. Byproduct item mapping. Click on byproduct item mapping for the screen to navigate, displaying 3 columns: input product, byproduct item description, output of byproduct, which normally is percentage of raw material. Click on the plus sign in a circular blue background at the top right and a small window pops up. Select the category, input product, byproduct item from the respective drop-down options. Enter the output of byproduct for the quantity of raw material input. Click on the Save button at the bottom right of the small pop-up window. The following master details are to be configured through Merchandise module. Go down, assign HSN code, parameter, unit, opening stock, sale rate, supplier and assign supplier. Go down. Click on Go down for the screen to navigate. Click on the plus sign on the top right to configure Go down master by capturing the required data, the small pop-up window. Click on the Save button at the bottom right for the entered data to reflect in the list. Assign HSN code needs to be recorded after selecting the required go down based on the item master and go down master configured. Parameter. Parameter master is configured or modified for the required go down by clicking on the parameter option in procurement configuration. Similarly, other master configurations for unit, opening stock and sale rate are configured depending on the item master configured for procurement and prevailing conditions. Supplier and assigned supplier needs to be entered for procurement by the society. The number of suppliers who aren't assigned for procurement alone will be displayed in the small pop-up window for assigning. It is essential to note that the sale rate should be configured in order to proceed further in procurement process. Let's move to operations of procurement. Click on the procurement icon in the dashboard for the screen to navigate, or on the left below warehouse function. The screen displays 9 icons, namely purchase, purchase voucher, purchase return, stock transfer, process details, sales, sales voucher, sales return and impairments. Purchase. Click on the purchase icon from the display. Select the required go down for the screen to navigate. Click on the purchase icon from the display and select the required go down for the screen to navigate. Radio buttons are provided for options like purchase from supplier and purchase from member and non-member. Purchase from supplier. The screen shows 3 parts: purchase order details for suppliers, add items and payment information. Kindly note that customer details must be pulled in using the admission number before the above 3 parts for purchase from members. Purchase order details. Enter the purchase order number and select the supplier from the drop-down option. Add items. Click on the plus sign on the right side of the screen and add the item to be procured from the drop-down option along with other details like quantity, unit rate, etc. Select the manufacture date, expiry date and return date from the calendar provided. Payment information. Select the payment method between cash or credit and the payment type full or partial. The amount payable will be auto-generated depending upon the quantity procured. Total charges include TCS and other incidental charges. Click on the Save button at the bottom right of the screen to record the procurement. Purchase voucher. Click on Purchase voucher in the display for the screen to navigate. Select the appropriate option for activity type, go down, payment method and payment type from the drop-down options before clicking on View button for the purchase transaction to be listed. Select the required procurement transaction by clicking the checkbox and click on the Save button at the bottom right of the screen. Click on Purchase Return for the screen to navigate. Select the required category and item from the drop-down option. The period of procurement may be marked from the calendar provided. Required purchase order number may be selected from the drop-down option for the procurement details to be listed below. The reason for return may be recorded after selecting the payment method. Click on the Save button at the bottom right of the screen. Sales. Click on the sales icon in the display for the screen to navigate. Radio buttons are provided for sales to members and non-members. The basic details of non-members needs to be captured manually, and the member details will be auto-generated by entering the admission number. Select the category concerned from the drop-down option and then enter PAX bill book number, godown bill number, bill date and sales representative's name. In the next part of the screen, click on the Add button on the right and select the item to be sold. Available quantity of the item selected auto-populates, following which the sale quantity may be recorded. Remove option is also given to delete or re-enter transactions. Payment method between cash and transfer may be selected for the total charges to show up before clicking on Confirm button at the bottom right of the display. Sales voucher. Click on the View button after selecting the activity type, go down, payment method for the sale details to be listed below. Click on the checkbox to select the sale transaction required before clicking on the Save button. Sales return. Click on Sales return in the display and the screen navigates. Select the period of sale from the calendar provided for the bill details will show up. Click in the checkbox for the sale transaction concerned before entering the quantity to return. Reasons for return may be recorded after selecting the appropriate payment option. Click on the Save button at the bottom right of the screen. Stock transfer. Stock transfer has two options, outward and inward. Outward. It is used to document the movement of procured goods from the available godown to the other one, that is processing unit. Select the godown to which the required quantity of procured goods needs to be shifted or moved. Click on the plus sign at the right corner in the Add Item part of the screen. Select appropriate option from the drop-down provided like item category, item name and purchase order number, unit name or quantity, available quantity and rate per unit auto-populates and required quantity to be shifted from the available quantity needs to be captured. Click on the Save button at the bottom right of the screen. Inward. Click on Inward in Stock Transfer displayed for the screen to navigate. Change the godown by clicking on the drop-down option of Change Godown at the top right to which stocks were moved from the other godown. Select the godown from which stocks were moved from the drop-down option. Click on View button to see the moved stocks. Click on the checkbox and then on the Save button in the next row to acknowledge or record the inward of goods. These two transactions will reflect in respective registers of reports of merchandise module. Process details. Let's take an example of processing paddy into rice in a rice mill of a society. Click on Process Details icon in the display for the screen to navigate. Process Details function can be done only after outward and inward transactions are completed. The screen displays two parts. Select Input Item for processing and Byproduct Details. Select Input Item for processing. Select required options from the drop-down for category and processed item. Unit name, inward date and inward serial number gets auto-populated. Byproduct details. Click on the plus sign at the right corner in the byproduct details part of the screen. Select the byproduct name from the drop-down, its unit quantity and the percentage of input as defined in configuration will auto-populate. Quantity, number of units and rate per unit needs to be captured for the total amount to be generated automatically. Click on the Save button at the bottom right of the screen. Reports. All the reports of merchandise module are applicable for Procurement Module along with the reports provided in Procurement. With this, we conclude the guidance video on ERP for procurement and processing. For support, kindly email to erp@intellectinfo.com. Thank you.